Karen rode my horses without permission, then sued me after I charged her the rental fee. Have you ever trusted someone with your property, only to have them turn the tables and drag you into a legal mess? That's exactly what happened to Mia, a small-town horse farm owner whose passion for her animals was tested by a neighbor's audacity and a courtroom showdown that no one saw coming. Mia's farm, nestled in the rolling hills of Kentucky, was her sanctuary. She'd spent years building it up, caring for her 6 horses, each with a name, a personality, and a story. Her favorite, a spirited chestnut mare named Ember, was the heart of the operation, drawing visitors with her grace. Mia offered trail rides and lessons, but her rules were strict. No one rode her horses without signing a liability waiver and paying a fee. Her property was clearly marked with no trespassing signs, and her double-fenced paddocks ensured her horses stayed safe. But Karen, her new neighbor, didn't care about rules. Karen moved into the house next door with a loud personality and a knack for overstepping boundaries. She'd wave enthusiastically over the fence, asking endless questions about the horses, but Mia sensed something off. Karen's curiosity felt less like interest and more like entitlement. One crisp autumn morning, Mia's worst fears came true. She was in the barn mucking stalls when she heard a commotion from the paddock. Rushing out, she froze. Karen, decked out in ill-fitting riding gear, was atop Ember, trotting recklessly through the field. Worse, Karen's teenage son, Jake, was trying to mount another horse, a feisty stallion named Titan, known for his territorial streak. "Karen, get off my horse," Mia shouted, her heart pounding. Karen smirked, dismissing her with a wave. "Relax, I'm just having fun." Your horses looked bored. Mia's blood boiled. Not only had Karen trespassed, but she'd ignored the no trespassing signs and put herself, her son, and Mia's horses at risk. Mia demanded they leave immediately, but Karen laughed it off, claiming she was just borrowing the horses. By the time Mia got them off her property, Titan was limping slightly, and Ember was visibly stressed, her coat slick with sweat. Furious but practical, Mia calculated the damage. Titan's limp required a vet visit, $500 for a checkup and x-rays, thankfully showing no serious injury. Still, Mia couldn't let this slide. She sent Karen an invoice for $300, the standard rental fee for 2 horses, plus the vet bill. "You rode without permission," Mia wrote in a polite but firm letter. "This covers the use of my horses and Titan's care." Karen's response was a scoffing phone call. "You're charging me for a little ride? That's ridiculous. You'll hear from my lawyer." Days later, Mia was served with a lawsuit. Karen was suing her for $10,000, claiming emotional distress and accusing Mia of extortion for sending the invoice. The complaint alleged that Mia's negligent property management allowed Karen to access the horses, causing her trauma when Mia aggressively confronted her. Mia was stunned. She'd done everything right: fences, signs, warnings, and now Karen was spinning the story to paint herself as the victim. The audacity was maddening, but Mia wasn't about to back down. Enter Sarah, Mia's childhood friend and a sharp equine law attorney. Sarah took one look at the lawsuit and laughed. "This is a classic Karen move: flip the script and play the victim. We've got this." Sarah dug into the case, pulling together evidence. Photos of Mia's double fences, copies of the no trespassing signs, and a written statement from Mia's farmhand, Tom, who'd overheard Karen bragging about taking those horses for a spin at a local diner. But the real game-changer came unexpectedly. Jake, Karen's son, reached out to Mia in secret. Guilt-ridden, he admitted his mother had pressured him to ride Titan, ignoring Mia's warnings about the stallion's temperament. He'd recorded a video on his phone, showing Karen laughing as she climbed onto Ember, saying, "What's Mia gonna do? It's just a horse." Sarah pounced on the evidence. In court, she presented an airtight case. She showed the judge Mia's property records, proving the fences were secure and the signs compliant with Kentucky's equine liability laws. She played Jake's video, which drew gasps from the courtroom as Karen's cavalier attitude was laid bare. Sarah argued that Karen's trespassing and unauthorized use of the horses constituted conversion interference with Mia's property rights. The vet's report on Titan's limp and Ember's stress corroborated Mia's claim for damages. Most damningly, Sarah cited Kentucky's equine activity statute, which shielded Mia from liability since Karen had knowingly assumed the risks of handling horses without permission. Karen's lawyer tried to spin a sob story, claiming Karen was an innocent animal lover who'd been lured onto the property by poorly maintained fences. But the judge wasn't buying it. "Ma'am," he said, peering over his glasses at Karen, "you climbed 2 fences and ignored clear signage. You put yourself and your son in danger. And now you're blaming the property owner." The courtroom buzzed as Karen's face reddened. Her lawyer scrambled, but the evidence was overwhelming. Jake's testimony, given nervously under his mother's glare, sealed the deal. He admitted Karen had planned the ride, knowing it was wrong, and pressured him to join her. The judge's ruling was swift and brutal. Karen's lawsuit was dismissed, and Mia's counterclaim $4,800 the rental fee plus vet costs was granted. But the consequences didn't end there. The judge referred the case to the local prosecutor, noting that Karen's actions bordered on criminal trespass and endangerment, especially since she'd involved her minor son. Within weeks, Karen faced misdemeanor charges, and whispers of a child endangerment investigation began circulating. The community, once charmed by Karen's bold personality, turned on her. Neighbors stopped inviting her to gatherings, and her boasts about teaching Mia a lesson became a cautionary tale at the local feed store. Mia, though vindicated, felt no joy. Her horses were safe, and her farm's reputation was intact, but the ordeal left her shaken. She installed security cameras and reinforced her fences, determined to protect her sanctuary. Jake, remorseful, offered to volunteer at the farm to make amends, and Mia, seeing his sincerity, agreed. He became a regular, mucking stalls and learning to care for the horses properly, a small silver lining in the mess his mother had caused. In the end, Mia's story spread through the tight-knit equestrian community, a reminder of the importance of standing firm against entitlement. Her farm thrived, with new clients drawn to her resilience and clear boundaries. Karen, meanwhile, moved away, her reputation in tatters, a textbook case of karma catching up. Mia's victory wasn't just about winning in court, it was about protecting what mattered most: her horses, her peace, and her right to say no. It's a lesson for anyone who's ever faced a Karen trying to steamroll their boundaries. What do you think? Did Mia handle this the right way, or should she have let it go to avoid the drama? Share your thoughts below.